science experiment. I
Oh,
Like a clone of you, where that was the original, and you. I
um,
can't remember. That game was a trip.
yeah,
What was it called?
Axion Verge.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, it was like, spoiler alert if you haven't played that game. It's fun. I mean, it's a fairly short game and it's fun. Um, you play this doctor and you're like, you get pulled into this alternative universe. You're like, okay. So as you're going through, you fight monsters that are familiar with you, and you're like, I've never seen you before. So what are you even talking about? Come to find out, you're like like a time capsule version of the actual character that came through before you, and you're basically ousting yourself from the situation. And it is kind of a mind trip because you're like, how do these enemies know who I am and I've never been here before? Like that makes no sense at all. And you have to pick up like like portions of lore and whatnot, and you pick up all these random weapons and cool abilities. Huh? And then you fight yourself. And I'm not talking in that like insomniac type of way, but like legitimately
You fight another version.
you fight a version of yourself. Correct. The playable yeah. The playable character is most definitely But yeah, that game actually had some weird development too, as a matter of fact, that like some of the producers like left the project and like took a boatload of money or something like that. It really is. And yeah, left the like one like the main producer high and dry. It was very, very strange. But the game itself was fun. I didn't get the best ending though. But that's okay though. It was a fun game. It'll take up a couple, maybe a week or so of your time, give or take. Oh, these guys are fast. So yes, as you can tell, I'm playing the Ninja Black Sox. I know we were kind of going off the baseball train for a little bit, but these guys are known for their running, as you can imagine. But they still can be thrown out like anybody else. Really? Okay, well, they're gonna make this a really close game, it seems. One nothing. Top of the second inning. We're in our third game here so far. Too fancy, huh? Okay. You know, I find it very interesting on how they actually made one like character model look so different. Magic. It's developer magic. It's like every, at least in my opinion, every character looks different. And except for the robots. Obviously the robots are pretty straightforward, the same. There's no difference in the color palette swaps, I don't think. But yes, everybody's got a jetpack. As you see them swinging, missing there, that's their jetpack on their backs. And this is cheese all day long. I think Kisaragi is like the one of the few girls on the team. I'm just gonna strike on the side. Oh. I'll take extra money. That's cool. We'll take that. $146,000 later, we really don't need money. But that's honey. The way I play Borderlands, I don't spend money on much either. I never buy anything from a vending machine. Like, super rarely. What I... No, I'm talking in Borderlands, hon. Yeah, no. Yeah, I never buy anything from the vending machine. Yeah, that's true. I think the last thing I bought from a vending machine was that Earl vending machine down in Sanctuary. Okay, yeah, that was a bad swing, but pretty clear we're gonna win this game, even though it's 1-0. Oh, come on. That's fine. Not really. Oh! Thought I had it. Thought I had it. Kumosuke. Sorry, bro. You're going down on strikes. Woodly woodly woo. Singing the songs for you, hun. Okay, good deal. Yeah, like I said, for some reason, that pixel at their hands just doesn't jive. Doesn't do the thing. And if your pitcher has enough stamina, it's basically all you have to do. What? Okay. Oh yeah, there is another lady on the Ninja Black Sox. He's on fire today, folks. 7 strikeouts through 3 innings. The only downside to this game is you can't be the home team, which I find a little annoying, to be honest with you. It's like it gives the computer the edge at the end, because it's like, oh, look at that inside out hitting. I'm surprised she hit that. That was really in on her hands. Did you see that? It gives the computer the advantage for being the home team all the time, because if it's a tie game and they get a score at the bottom of the half of the inning and the top, bottom of the ninth, and they win the game. Oh no, get back, there we go. And it would be kind of neat to actually have that advantage in a game, but you know, it's kind of whatever. They want you to put quarters in there. They don't want you to not be going first. Okay, that's. Oh wait, no. Okay. Thought that was gonna be on the side, but that's all right. Doesn't look like it. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do it. Go back. I was just trying to lead off, but he threw the ball so quickly. We'll take that. Base is loaded for Deborah. We'll also take that as well. Okay, so clearly the AI is in a good mood. Wants to hit everybody under the sun. That's fine. Was a little bit of a situation where you stepped into one a little bit, but you know. You take one for the team. This guy throws soft enough that none of my players should get injured. That's fine. We got 3 runs on hit by pitch, so that's cool. We'll take that. Jubei. Extra monies. Kamui. Of course he's gonna hit the ball. Oh wait, nope. That's off the wall. Okay. That's alright though, we can try to turn 2 here, or maybe we can just strike him out? Call it a day? Hey, strikeout, let's go. Like, I should feel shameful for actually being excited about that. Because the AI is just not having it. I don't know. It'd be like that sometimes. So the cool thing about these arcade classics that they put out with the Hamster Corporation, quite literally, that's the publisher, is you can use save states, which is in your main menu here. You can use a save data, and next time you play the game, as it says, you can restart right where you were. Obviously, that's kind of cool for other games like other beat 'em up games that come out on the console, like Ninja Commando, or like Nam 1975, and also like Super Spy, where you can save your game and come back to it, because obviously that was a feature that was unavailable in the arcade. Now, the arcade machines, like the original arcade machines, Neo Geo had a memory card slot. I don't know if you can actually use the memory card slot for anything, like legitimately. I remember that there was, like at Paris Reno, they actually had one as a ticket redemption prize, and I tried to get it so hard, but just wasn't very good at ticket games back then. They'd give that many tickets. It was like 15,000 tickets. That's a lot of tickets for 90s casino fun? Come on now, that's a lot. So yeah, I never ended up buying that memory card. And since I don't own an arcade machine, I don't really need to have it. Probably can buy it off of Amazon for like 20 bucks. Oh, she jumped really high. Wow, okay. Thought he was gonna hit us there, but that's okay. Oh, goodness. Need beverage. Okay, Kisaragi. Sorry, girl. We're gonna put you down. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry? We're good, right? Oh, you're laughing at something else. No, that's fine. I like it when you laugh it out. Ah!
Goes down.
Ah! I actually want to see the GIF image of that one basketball referee who hit a drink vendor courtside. Yeah, like he ended up backing up into a drink vendor. Well, yeah, you're right. He didn't hit him. He backed into him and caused him to spill all of his drinks on the court. Yeah, for real, right? Or something. I mean, no one's ever going to be that referee in that one wrestling match, though. Who's sliding on his head? Yeah, that's... I don't even think he knew what he was doing. Hey, you know what? It's going to be useful. To people who... Nemesis? I'm sure like 7 people know that guy's name. Well, you know, it's cool. This is true. Who's this clown? So, you do love that insult quite a bit. Because it's like, first of all, you're a clown. But second of all, you are a nameless clown. One of the lesser known clowns. They are pretty doggone funny. That is true. He almost ran into it. Almost. Oh, it swung too early. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Not even close that time. So you might be wondering, there's a team conditions section in every inning, and it doesn't really say much. Well, that applies to robot players who have to leave the game because they have low fuel. Yeah, so they operate on fuel, and yeah, she did it back. That was pretty cool, right? Backflip? A black flip? Okay, well that's cool. That right? You're like, that's pretty hot. I'll take that. So yeah, the robot players, they operate on fuel, and as they start like fatiguing, they start smoking and then arcing, and then they or actually I think they, yes, basically. So they start arcing, and then they start to flame up and start look like they're exploding, and then they explode. Yeah, the cool thing about it is, I don't know if it's a glitch, but it might be. If they're already on base, they run stupid fast. Like, yeah, like if they are a broken robot that like broke on base, because even if you're like jamming at the button to run faster, that still burns their fuel. So or something. Right. And so so if they're on base after they explode, they run super fast. I don't understand why. But then once they explode and then the inning is over, they will be replaced with a junky robot. And then you can, you know, upgrade the robot or leave the junky robot in there however you prefer, but yeah, that's what I said. You mean like diesel? You gotta say it with diesel. You are quite the lady. I will agree to that. You're also my wife. Oh ho ho! Oh boy! We have a lot of fun here. Needless to say. Yeah? Is it hot here? You are burning up. Oh, that's true. We need to buy the thing that I've been wanting to buy, which is that air purifier thing. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, that Dyson looks pretty good. Oh, well... Oh yeah, that guy... That's a strong possibility. I mean, granted, maybe we can suggest it to him, because that seemingly is the developing premise for that guy's channel. Yeah, for real, like, there's... I don't remember that guy's name, but... Yeah. There's a guy on YouTube, I don't remember his name, but we'll have to look it up and we'll talk about it, like, next week, maybe. Where he... Oh, you jerk! See him rob that home run? What a jerk! That's a jump pad. So it'll... No, that allows you to jump super high in the sky to rob people. Oh no, that... Yeah, you jump higher than that. Yeah. So there's a guy on YouTube who lived in China for a while, and his goal was to build an iPhone based on parts that were available in the markets at that time. And he succeeded, and then he was just like making a complete series out of it. It's like, he's like, so I made an iPhone. As you know, here's my video series right here. I'm not even gonna throw that. You can have that, stupid. And so he built the iPhone, and then he just kept doing mods to it. He like put more RAM into it, or expanded the the capacity space or whatever. And I think one other thing he did was put Wi-Fi charging in it, and it really didn't come with that originally. That was bad. That's okay though. Yeah, so he made like a full-on series, and then he's just like, okay, well, I did an iPhone, why don't I just do Android? I'll make a Galaxy S8 or whatever. And that's what he did. He went back to the same markets, he went back to his room and lodge, and it was just building his own phone. And it was like, guess and check work, and he's just like, oh, that didn't work, but this worked, and chipset's different. And it was a very interesting situation, to say the least. So I'll have to look that guy's name up, and then we'll talk about it next week, because we're getting back into it, guys. We're gonna get back into it, being here every Friday, wherever you are. Haha, I hit a landmine. Oh, they hit a landmine. They hit a landmine. And we're gonna just talk about stuff. You just hang out with us at the Haunted Honey House. We're gonna have fun doing whatever we do, and even things that are boring. Because let's face it, I like baseball as much as the next person, but most people think it's boring. Like, full on, I go to the park to actually take a nap, because there's just so much not happening at the same time. Takes a batter forever to get his gloves on, takes the pitcher forever to get into his stance. They throw a ball, oh, and then it rains, and then there's rain delays. And then there are situations where it's like they have to review stuff now, and it's just like, it does happen. Yes, I would agree with you. It does happen, and if it's, I believe, late enough in the game, they can use that as a final result. Yeah. No, it's in the rule book. It's in the rules. So like, I think it's after like 6 innings or something like that. If there's a rain delay and it goes too long, if it goes too long, they will call the game at whatever current status it was in at that time. Yeah. You're right. But they will call the game. And granted, I don't know exactly. I think it's at least like 5 innings or 4 innings or something like that, where they'll just say, you know what, game's over. This team won, this team lost, tie. There was one game in particular that I wanted to watch that I never did, where there was it was like the riots in Baltimore or whatever it was. Remember that a few years back? And so they barred people from going to the stadium because of the riots that were going on and all that. But they had to play an official game. Like, the game was delayed, and they rescheduled it, but they didn't allow spectators into the stadium. So they literally played an official baseball game with nobody in attendance. And so, it was a situation where, like, the players said they could hear the announcers from the booth. No, not over the PA system. Like, literally talking into their headsets to the people at home. They can hear them from the dugout because there was nobody there to cheer for the noise or whatever. And some people did show up, so they were watching from the outfield or whatever. But ultimately, well, I mean, well, no, like they were outside of the stadium.
Oh, outside.
Yeah, they were out. No, they were outside of